somewhere in the Spanish countryside between Valencia and Barcelona. Countryside on that side, and on this side is the Mediterranean.
Welcome to another episode of Toby's Stupid Vlog.
There's Barcelona. Hola, Barcelona. So we're just walking down the street to our apartment, which is just down here on the left somewhere. And then we'll get ourselves sorted before we work out what we're going to do next. So that looks like a bit of old city wall. There's the cathedral. And if you come inside the apartment, ta-da! It's very nice sofa bed, LCD, and then this little modern kitchen area, very smart. And then we have a swanky bedroom. Here's that same view. So here's the view from the roof. You can see the cathedral really clearly. And in front of us, there's a little square that's in front of us. And this is our rooftop terrace. Oh yeah, with plunge pool and sunbeds and everything you could ever want. Because we love a good market, we're at St. Joseph Boqueria, which is the big food market of La Rambla. More amazing foods. This is really the way you should buy your food, fresh and daily, and straight from the merchant who got it. It's very nice up here. This is pool. I said pool. I'm sitting on the bottom. It's not very deep. And you can see the cathedral behind me. Probably looks very small. So pleasant. So we're going out to some dinner. Past the cathedral, which we can see from our rooftop terrace. Heading towards the port, slowly. We're not going to get there. So then down the medieval streets. It's a tapas of fun. Have some peppers and some ribs and some patatas and some chicken and some pork cheek. It's going pretty well. Happy Sunday. It's much quieter. Lots of the shops are closed, as you would imagine. And yesterday's frantic hecticness has been replaced with just a sort of handful of meanderers. This is the park, which is on the hill, which has two sets of cable cars on it, one of which goes up the hill and one of which goes across the harbour to the beach. As you can see a line over there, you might have just missed the cable car. That is what we're heading for. All we have to do is find how to get to the station. Welcome to the top of the hill. Well, about halfway up. There's the cable car and the harbour. And then if you look around you can see the cathedral and then Sagrada Familia with all the cranes. Over there. Here we go.
This is the middle station where it's not stopping at the moment. It's going to go on through down to the bottom station there.
So that's the end station by the beach where we now are. Just over there. Wandering down the boardwalk along the beach. The beach itself is very busy, the water not so much. But everyone's bathing, sunbathing, but nobody's actually bathing. So we are in the Parc de la Ciutadella, which is the city park, and it's sort of somewhere near the beach, in the south of the city. And it's got a nice boating lake that we went on last time that we quite fancy having another go on. So we're going to head that way very shortly. We're on a boat, as is almost everybody else, it would seem. It's crazy busy on this lake. I'm doing more drifting than rowing. It's very nice. There's some sort of fest going on over there. Some sort of Goose Island there. Nothing like a spontaneous dance. Anyway, we're heading back under the Arc de Triomphe. We are walking up the Passage de Gracia, which is where we stayed last time we were here. Here on the right. And we're heading for one of Gaudi's houses, the one we didn't visit last time, which is up here on the left as well. Welcome to the roof of Casa Batllo. Finally pronounced correctly. The T and the L's are silent. This is another amazing Gaudi roof with like the floors are never quite flat, they're always curved and everything is sort of selection of curves and what have you. But you've got an incredible view. You can see all the way up to the hill that we went half up this morning. And then that is Plaza España, you can see in the distance there, in the centre the picture. This is the garden we were just in. It's Gaudi's garden, and then you have a lot of amazing, these all roof terrace, these all first floor terraces for these different apartments. So we're in Plaza Catalunya. Just come out of the Casa Batllo Gaudi redesigned house. It was built by somebody else, and then he came along and they said, "Oh, can you Gaudify it?" And he did, basically. We're just going to wander around, see if we can get into the cathedral or the Basilica, which is just around the corner from where we're staying. Right, check this out. We have I've got some veal with a bit of liver on top and some chips and a mushroom sauce. And Crystal has the most amazing looking all of a lamb. It's a shoulder of lamb. Good morning from Plaza Catalunya. So today we're going to get on a little metro, go a couple of stops, and then get on a train and go up a mountain. So we've arrived at the train station, which is just there. As you can see, you can only get 35 people in these cable cars, so we made sure we're in the first one. We're now going up the mountain, which is here, to the monastery at the top. So here we are at the Abbey, it's up there. Just come up by the cable car, which finishes there. You can almost see all the way around to Barcelona. And this is the other way you can go up. Rather than the cable car, you can take mountain railway, rack and pinion kind of thing. It takes you up to pretty much the same spot, but from a different station. So you can almost see Barcelona in the distance. You can see the where the land meets the sea, at least, just that sort of haziness on the horizon. It's a long way away. And this mountain is quite impressive. Come here and you can see the back of the monastery. There we go. And, you know, monk gardens and things. So we've just had lunch here in the cafeteria, which used to be a monk cafeteria, but obviously the monks have their own thing now. So it's just us tourists coming eating like slightly overpriced snacks. Still a very impressive building, nonetheless. So we're going into the monastery, into the quad at least. Ooh. It's 10 to 1. Finally made it into the Basilica now that the choir is finished. It's very pretty. You can see a load of people queuing to see the Black Madonna. So we're just heading back down now by the cable car again. That is the other way you get up, by the cog railway. It's very glamorous looking. So, just got off at Nice and we're heading to the market to buy some food this evening. So we just bought a couple of nice steaks there in this wonderful looking butcher's in the market. Now we just need to get some vegetables. We've got some sweet potato we bought over from Valencia because we travel with our food. And yeah, we just need something else, something green probably. So we got multiple juices, strawberry, a blackcurrant smoothie and a sort of mango and pineapple. And we are now heading back. We also bought some chanterelles and some fine green beans. And now we can go back to the flat and put in the fridge. Welcome to the beach at Barcelona. Time to, whoa, it's quite deep. That was very good fun. It was slightly cooler and slightly choppier than we're used to in the Canaries, but there's still some good fish. But there's quite a lot of wind. If you can't tell, there's a sort of mild gale going on. It does make it a bit more challenging. Welcome to our steak night masterpiece featuring steaks bought in the market, mushrooms bought in the market, green beans bought in the market, and garlic and sweet potatoes bought in Valencia. Good morning. So we did go for a waffle and an ice cream after dinner last night, and then we kind of collapsed. And woke up this morning, we're thinking about going to the Carver places, I was going to say Carver Caves, but that's a bit of a saying the same thing twice. So, but the weather's a bit meh, and we would have had to get up a lot earlier than we did, so it hasn't really happened. So instead we're using this morning as a bit of a shopping day. And then this afternoon, we're going back to Sagrada Familia, see how they've done in the 2 years since we were there last. Right now, Crystal's just in Kiko buying some bits and bobs. We always end up in a Kiko, whichever country and city we're in. And then we're just going to have a wander around and see what else there is. It's almost raining a bit actually. Shocking. So we're now in a shop, believe it or not. This is a shop selling lots of Barcelona inspired and made pieces of art and what have you. They're all very interesting. Some beautiful canvases. And then loads of sort of Gaudi-esque design bits and what have you. It's really, really nice. But the building itself is quite incredible actually. So we finally made it to the Basilica at the third attempt. We come during the day when there's no concerts on. This is the little courtyard. It's very nice at the back with orange trees. There's a lot of people working on the actual main building, as you can see. And there's also the local cat. So this is the outside of the Basilica, which they are restoring, and they're actually restoring some of the objects inside the crowdfunding campaign, which is very, very original and fair play to them, I say. But they're doing a lot of work on the masonry, which you can see it's in a bit of a poor state in places, so having to do some repair work. So we're back out again after lunch. It is actually raining. I mean, it's quite warm. The dude who sells the blue piggy things is selling umbrellas. I like that. That's a, you know, he's really thought this through. He's on the money. So we're just about to get the metro. We're going off to Sagrada Familia. Here we are. The full absurdity of it. It's quite amazing and magnificent. And as we've just discovered, one of the three wise men here is actually Richard Branson. So forgive the noise, but this is a building site and it has been for 109 years. It's also one of the most remarkable buildings you'll ever see on the inside, especially. And if we come round, some more amazing stained glass. It really is very hard to really capture the amazing colours that come in through these windows, and they sort of bathe the roof and all of the columns in this incredible light. And it's a cloudy day today, but that doesn't seem to really stop it. Even the toilets are Gaudi designed. Isn't that amazing? It's an incredible building. So we've worked out which bits are new. So you can see the lettering on the side there, that's new, since we were here last, that is. And then there's a pillar, you can't quite see behind this guy, it's also in silver. And then the dome that is there, just next to the crane, that's newly being built as well. So those are the four towers on the, I think we're on the east side. And as I said, there's going to be 20 something when it's done, and these are with some of the shortest ones. So after our half-day shopathon and very old unfinished church visitation, we've gone out for dinner, or we're going out for dinner. It's got gone 8 o'clock, but they can't really tell. We're going down here to a restaurant called Jesus. Yes. Or I suppose Jesus, if you're going to be Spanish about it. So Jesus restaurant was unfortunately full, so we've come to the little restaurant next to our apartment, which also does paellas, and it's very Spanish and traditional, and also has sangria. So in that little, don't know what you call it, cafe restaurant bar, where we had our paella, we had a paella for two, and it was massive, like genuinely more meat than we could eat, and a jug of sangria and dessert for a combined amount of €32, which is £10 a head. That's completely amazing. Also, it's right next to where we're staying, so we're going for a walk around the block in the wet to walk it off. And this is the little street where we ate the other day at the Four Cats restaurant. Good morning from our last morning in Barcelona. It's still very grey and wet today, unfortunately. But to make up for that, I'm going to go and find breakfast further down into the Gothic Quarter. Well, we've packed up and we're ready to go. Boo! We're going to go and give our stuff to the reception desk downstairs and then go for a walk to the port. So we thought we'd come for a stroll down La Rambla. See everyone else rambling all the way down to the port. It's not as manic, but then we are a little earlier than we have been historically. But yeah, the shops don't seem to open until about 10, maybe 11, depending on which shop it is. This is Plaza Real. We came in here last time and it was very blue and quite warm, and took a photo and then bought a painting which I have still in the living room of this lovely place. It's ever so nice to have a town square filled with palm trees, I think. Oh, and pigeons, obviously. There's Christopher Columbus looking out over the sea to the land that he discovered that was already there and already had people living on it. Well done, Chris. Good work. But you know, they like him around these parts, so that's fair enough. This is the old port. And the sun is coming out, which is good because I deliberately locked my sunglasses in the case because I wouldn't need them. I'll blame you. Okay, so we figured the best way of actually seeing the port is from a boat. So we're on a boat. We're going to go a quick trip around the port for 40 minutes and then enjoy the sunshine and sit outside. It's one of the massive ships that's come into harbour. And around here you have the real industrial bit of the port. Just loading one of these massive container ships. So it takes like a couple of cranes on there to do it. One's a little man in his box. So we just got off a little boat cruise. Weather's improved from this morning. It's a bit cloudy, a bit breezy, but it's very pleasant. We're just contemplating going up to the park in the far north of Barcelona because A, it's free, B, we have metro tickets that we've already paid for, and 3, it's something to do. So we've made it to the very far north of the city. This is the university campus. We're currently wandering around. What a nice place to go to university, seriously. Here we are, the Parc del Laberint. It's on a hill though, slightly inconvenient, especially when it was cold this morning and I'm wearing loads of layers. So that's the sea where we were. Well, I can't tell quite which bit we're looking at. But if you come back, you'll see we're in a very nice ornate gardens, and there's a maze in here. Going into a maze. You may never see this footage. We may be lost forever. It's unlikely, there's quite large holes. We might be able to escape. But, you know, if you find this footage and you find the camera and I'm not next to it, then I'm still in this maze. Somewhere, come find me. Day 2 in the maze. I'm joking. We found the middle and now we're trying to find another way out, but that might be false hope. Some of these people have been in here for weeks. What do you think? Victory is ours. We've escaped from another maze. Our maze's ability knows no bounds. Alright, formal gardens and maze and what have you are done. So we're going to head back, get some lunch. Head back on the metro, down, back into the city. We are in 100 Montaditos, eating 4 Montaditos and chips and all sorts, all for about €8 in total, including the drinks. So we came to Carrefour to do a bit of last minute shopping. I bought some smoked paprika, genuine stuff from actual Spain. And I also got a little baby grow for Albert. So now I've got something for everything apart from my dad. So doing well-ish. We're on the bus again to the airport. Boom. Okay, so we've abandoned Terminal C because although we've checked in, it's rubbish. So we're going down to D. Here's the important thing to note when you're a travel agent here. No segways. No segways on the Travelator.